I'm not a fitness model. I am not the leanest, healthiest person out there. I'm just a mum who is a year postpartum. I've had 3 children and I've been working on feeling at home in my body again. So if that is something that you're interested in, keep listening.
There's a sparkle in your eyes. I feel the warmth of your skin. Just the touch of your hand makes me tremble within. Love the smell of your hair. Lying here in my bed.
Good morning. Today I'm going to share with you guys the style of training and what it is that I did exercise wise to lose 15-16 kgs in about a 5-month period after having 3 children. I shared with you guys my nutrition side of things because I think honestly that played the biggest role, but exercise does contribute and I'm going to talk you guys through that. Today I am about to go to the gym with the kids, so I've got a class on today, and then this morning I just did my walk, but I'm going to talk you guys through what a week generally looks like, specifically while I lost that amount of weight. You can play with it then, son. But then also things have changed a little bit over the last 3 weeks-ish, so I'll also tell you guys about that. So I am wearing some Muscle Republic shorts. I've got an LSKD sports bra. This one's really good compression, like it holds everything in. I've also got an LSKD t-shirt on, and then just a cotton on jumper and socks. I need to go and pin my hair back, and then I will be ready for my class. Welcome to today's video. Over the last few months I've been getting lots of questions about how I've been able to lose weight. I'm now 1 year postpartum, I've had 3 babies, and if you've been following me for a while you may have noticed that I've dropped a lot of weight really quickly. So in the last 5 to 6-ish months now I lost 15-16 kgs, and I've done it in a really easy, for me, maintainable way. I'm not dieting, I'm not on a challenge, a shred. I've made small changes to my lifestyle that have allowed me to lose weight and to feel healthier and more comfortable in my body. So I talked about the nutrition side of things in a couple of videos ago on my YouTube channel. I do think both the nutrition and the exercise side go hand in hand. They are both important, but it is a really huge topic. So I have shared with you guys how I'm eating, or what I eat in a day, and today I'm going to share with you guys kind of what a week of exercise is looking like for me at the moment. So a little bit of background. I have been active my entire adulthood. Exercise is not difficult for me. I don't have to find the motivation to move my body, especially after my oldest daughter passed away. Exercise became a coping mechanism for me, so I needed to train, and I probably overtrained a lot. It was something that I did for my mental health. Well, I don't know if those two things can be said in the same sentence, but at the time it felt like the lesser evil to be needing to exercise a lot as opposed to some of the other vices that I could have fallen into. So I would train a lot and I needed a high intensity workout. It felt like the kind of pain that I could manage, a lot easier to focus on than the grief and mental fatigue of losing my daughter. So basically, I'm used to exercising. I'm used to exercising a lot, but it wasn't until I made these changes that my body was able to feel safe enough to lose the weight. I feel like people think this is just too simple of an answer that they don't give it a try, but genuinely, doing less has been far more effective for me than doing more. While I was pregnant with my third baby, my husband at the time and I separated, and it was from then that I really had to focus on taking care of myself so that I could take care of my children. And so I decided that instead of pushing myself to my limits and punishing myself in my exercise and in my daily routines, that I actually just needed to be soft, that I had to give myself time, that I had to stop putting pressure on myself and actually just do what I could and be okay with that, in order for me to be able to show up for my children in the gentle and present and calm way that I really wanted to be able to show up, because obviously I was going through a lot personally and I didn't want that to impact the way that I was able to show up as a mother unnecessarily. So that was where the mindset shift came in, where previously it was do more, go harder, more intense, whereas this time I was like, okay, I'm not putting any timelines on myself, I'm not putting any pressures, I'm not doing any challenges, I'm not doing any competitions, I'm not going to try and do more. If I can't do something one day, it's fine. I will try again the next day. That was a big mindset shift for someone like me who is used to and wants to do a lot and do it high intensity. So what a week of exercise has looked like for me since I started noticing the weight loss changes. And again, I'm just going to reiterate, it goes hand in hand with me having taken the initiative to learn about my food, my nutrition, and portion sizes, calories. Once I understood how much I was consuming, then I was able to make sure that I was in a calorie deficit basically. But exercise, I have been focusing on moving my body and getting my steps in above all else. If I just get my steps in, then that is enough. So I aim for 10,000 steps a day, and at the moment I focus on getting the 10,000 steps done actively. So I will go for a walk with the kids, I will get up before them in the morning, and I will do some walking. Literally, if I just do 10 minutes of walking on the walker before the kids wake up, that makes such a huge difference compared to when I don't get any steps in before I have breakfast, before I go have a coffee, and I still do a big walk during the day. There is still a difference in how I feel in my body physically. So even if I can just do 10 minutes of walking before I have my breakfast, before I have my coffee. So I try to get active walking steps in for my 10,000 steps a day. And then I also try to be active throughout the day and find more opportunities that are not necessarily exercise. So I will walk to the supermarket if I need to get groceries, I will walk to a cafe, I will walk to and from daycare, pick up and drop off. So I'm still finding more opportunities to keep my body moving. That has been my main focus and has made the hugest difference in my body composition. The low intensity means that it doesn't impact my appetite. So where I would be doing high intensity sport or exercise, my hunger spikes, then it's harder for me to stay on track with my nutrition because I'm just so ravenous and I'm so hungry, and mentally I'm like, you deserve more calories, you deserve a bigger meal because you worked harder. So outside of walking, I will do a CrossFit class on a Monday, a Pilates session on Tuesday, CrossFit on Wednesday, Pilates Thursday and Friday, and then CrossFit again on Saturday and maybe Pilates again on Sunday. So I am doing some form of exercise class every single day. I try to keep a balance of the high intensity CrossFit and the Pilates. So I want to make sure that I am training in a way that is going to help me to maintain my strength and build some muscle. So that is why I still go and do CrossFit. I have only been doing it for like a year and I am enjoying it. I love a class because it makes me push harder. I show up, I get it done, and I go. Pilates I'm loving again for that low intensity, but also it's been great postpartum to really connect with my body, and I only do like 30 minutes, 45-minute sessions. I started off just doing them at home on YouTube, and so it's completely free, and I highly recommend this if you are just getting into exercise. Walking, easy and free. Pilates, you can make it free and it is so good. Also great for strength, like the different areas of my body that I've been able to feel my strength improve purely because of Pilates and not necessarily from doing CrossFit is amazing. I did attempt to increase my CrossFit classes. The balance shifted then a little bit and I noticed a negative impact. I was more hungry, I was more fatigued with my following sessions, I had less motivation throughout the day to stay active because I was just so exhausted from putting so much effort into more classes, more high intensity CrossFit classes. So I'm really rating my balance of prioritizing my steps during the day and then a balance of the CrossFit and the Pilates. My advice, if you were just starting off your weight loss journey, is to focus on your nutrition and to get your steps in during the day. If you can just do those two things, you will notice a huge difference. I feel like everyone assumes that they need to sign up to a gym, go into a gym and work really, really hard. But if you do not understand how your nutrition is playing into it, then I'm sorry, but you're just not going to get anywhere fast. And it can be quite disheartening. I know this from personal experience. Working really, 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 really hard and just not seeing results when you feel like you're eating healthy, you feel like you're training enough. And again, switching that mindset focus from punishing myself and adding pressure to myself to, does my body feel good today? Does this make me feel energized? Does this make my body feel happy? And does it make it feel safe? The difference is insane. I always get imposter syndrome when I talk about this sort of stuff. I'm literally the worst online presence ever because whenever anybody asks me about something, I always think, oh, there's someone else that can explain it to you better. There's someone else who's leaner, fitter, stronger than me that can tell it to you better. There's a better cook out there that can show you better recipes than I can. There's someone that's doing all the things that I'm getting asked questions about that can show you better than I can. So I always feel a little bit uncomfortable talking about these things that I don't feel like I'm a professional at. I try to stay in my lane of when I talk about my grief and my life experience of what daily life is like since my daughter passed away. That's easy because I'm the only one experiencing it the way that I am, and that's what I'm able to share with you. But when it comes to people asking me for things, and yeah, I want to share it with you guys, but I just get a little bit like, who am I to be talking about this? Anyway, that has been my experience with losing fat and feeling good and healthy and at home in my body. It is really nice to have the freedom of not thinking about how you look all the time and just feeling at home and feeling some kind of respect and positive relationship with your body, especially postpartum. We give so much of ourselves to our children, to everyone else, and it's nice to have this back to myself. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope that it was useful for some of you, and I will see you in the next video.